At this moment, the inpatient department of Orus Hill People's Hospital. As the best general hospital in Orus Hill and even the whole province, it is overcrowded at any time. No matter which department, the beds are not available. Not only is there a lot of people living here, but many patients also line up at home waiting for hospital beds for treatment. In the intensive care unit of the Department of Nephrology, there is a man lying unconscious and full of tubes on the bed. He is about 50 years old. On the side of the hospital bed, there was also a middle-aged woman of the same age. The outside of the intensive care room is a small living room and family rest area. After all, it is the intensive care room with the best conditions. The internal layout is very similar to a hotel suite. At this moment, 2 young men, 1 man, and 1 woman were standing in the meeting room. The woman is Doris, the vice chairman of the Emgrand Group, and across from her is a blonde white man with a hooked nose. As soon as Doris hung up Charlie's phone, the man with a hooked nose spoke to Doris with a not-so-standard Mandarin and said to her with a smile, "Doris, I think my uncle's condition will not be delayed for too long. The law also expressly prohibits the sale of organs. Now no one but I can find a suitable match for uncle." Doris looked at him and pleaded bitterly, "Walter, I beg you to help me set up a line for the sake of classmates. How much money is needed for the kidney source you contact in the United States? As your referral fee, okay?" The man called Walter sneered, "Doris, you don't think that I have worked so hard to make you a difference, right?" As he said very seriously, "Doris, in fact, I liked you very much when I was a classmate, but at that time, I was not financially independent and did not take over family affairs. My family did not allow me to find a foreign woman. I dare not pursue you under their noses." Speaking of this, he laughed and said triumphantly, "Ha ha ha, but now I am married and I have just been sent to China to take charge of China's business. They can no longer control me. Furthermore, the family is determined to enter the new market this time. I may stay in China for at least 10 years. Doris frowned and asked him, "Walter, what are you trying to say?" Walter covered his chest, pretending to be heartbroken, and said, "Doris, if I can't get you in the next 10 years, I should be very lonely." Doris said coldly, "Walter, for the sake of our past relationship as classmates, I beg you to show respect." Walter smiled frivolously and said, "Sorry, I just like to go straight. Doris, as long as you are willing to leave the Emgrand Group, join my company, and be my vice chairman and lover, then I will immediately let someone use my private jet to send you the kidney source. You promised me today, uncle can get a new kidney tomorrow. What do you think? You are shameless." Doris gritted her teeth and said angrily, "Walter, what is the difference between you and a selfish animal? And you are already married and have children. Is this act worthy of your wife and children?" Walter curled his lips and said nonchalantly, "For people like me, marriage is only to fulfill the mission of the family. I will marry whoever the family asks me to marry. As long as I marry the woman they want me to marry, they won't interfere in my private life. After that," he smiled indifferently, "as for children, it doesn't matter. They are still young. When they grow up, I will make them realize that money is more important than anything. Then, they can understand who I am now." As soon as he finished speaking, Walter remembered something and hurriedly said, "Oh yes, if you become my lover, you may also get pregnant. After all, I don't like any contraceptive measures. Besides, I always thought of a child of mixed blood. It's a pity that the family tradition has always demanded a pure bloodline, which is really troublesome." At this point, Walter laughed and said triumphantly, "But, if they are illegitimate children and don't involve inheriting the family property, they will just open one eye and close the other eye and won't pursue too much." Doris roared angrily, "Walter, I really didn't expect you to be such a shameless beast." Walter laughed and said, "Come on Doris, everyone is grown up, shame is a shit? Look at those people who are full of benevolence and morality every day, who is not a full-bellied male thief and PR0 stone. Toots. If you follow me, come to work in my company, and use the real estate experience you have accumulated in the Emgrand Group and the confidential information in the Emgrand Group to help me expand the Chinese market, then I will give you twice the amount of the Emgrand Group salary package with an extra 5 million in bonus every year. In this way, your annual income is 10 to 20 million. If you can help me secretly hollow out the Emgrand Group's industry and let me annex the Emgrand Group at a price of less than 50 billion, then I will give you 100 million at that time. There is even better. When the time comes, our two offices will only be separated by a wall, and then we can quietly open up the two rooms, make a secret door, and make a set of cabinets outside the secret door. In this way, I can sneak into your office at any time during working hours and spend time with you. What a perfect thing. Aren't you moved? Doris stepped back, walked around Walter, walked to the door of the room, and opened the door, angrily said, "Walter, I don't want to see you, please get out of here." Walter sneered. "Doris, you let me roll, I can roll anytime, but your father, it seems that he can't hold on for too long, so I advise you to consider my conditions." Doris gritted her teeth and said, "I won't think about it. Don't daydream here. Get out, or I will call the police now." Walter spread his hands, curled his lips, and said, Okay, don't be so excited. Although your father's condition is very serious, you should still have 1 month to think about it. I have been to Orus Hill recently. If you figure it out, you can contact me at any time." After finishing talking, he tidied the collar of his suit, blinked provocatively at Doris, and smiled. "My dear, then I'll leave."